I used to fast 36 hours, 72 hours, but now I can't even get past a day. I did it before, so why can't I do it now? If this is a question you ask yourself when it comes to fasting, maybe what you're missing is accountability. Listen, when I initially lost all this weight through rolling fasts back in 2019, 2020, 2021, when I went from 220 pounds down to 125 pounds, I thought I had it made. I thought I did it. For some of you who have watched my past content or who have just been here for a while, you know how that story goes. Even though I lost all of that weight back then, I gained it all back. I went from 125 pounds getting all the way back up to around 220. And I was gone from YouTube for 2+ years, and you gotta be kidding me if you didn't think that I was trying to lose the weight when I was off YouTube, when I was off the camera, because I was definitely trying to get back on track. Of course, I didn't come back to social media because I felt guilty for gaining all the weight back, and I told myself, okay, try to lose this weight by yourself. Try to lose this weight on your own. Not that I didn't lose this on my own, but I had a YouTube channel to keep me accountable. And that was a big deal for me, probably bigger than I initially thought. So for those 2+ years, I tried to get back into a 90-hour fast. Couldn't do it. Tried to do a 65-hour fast. Couldn't do it. Tried to do a 36-hour fast, 42-hour fast. Couldn't do it. I even just tried to do OMAD or 16-hour fasts, and I still couldn't do it. And I asked myself that same question. Why can't I do this? I've done this before. I've shown it. I've shown it on camera. I've gotten down to my goal weight. How can I not just do these fasts? Not even one. Imagine that. 2+ years of trying to do it, and I couldn't even get one under my belt. I was going through a lot back then, so I know to give myself grace, but at the same time, it was just absurd to me to have lost all this weight and then 2 years by myself, not even just working at one point, to not even be able to get on a fast. And then sure enough, I come back on YouTube. I announce that I have this plan and I'm gonna go do this, and I have it all spelled out, and without skipping a beat, I just did it. 5 months, lost 80 pounds, got to my goal weight, and here we are now, over half a year later, still have the weight off. It was that accountability. It definitely was that accountability. Imagine if you were trying to fast until tomorrow morning, finish a 36 or a 42-hour fast. Now imagine if you knew you had to talk to me the next day to let me know how you were doing, to let me know if you made it, to know that we were fasting together. Do you think that would help you get through your fast? Maybe it would, maybe it wouldn't. But sometimes having an accountability partner is one of the missing puzzle pieces to getting to your goal. I'm not saying you have to talk to me personally, although you absolutely can, but sometimes just knowing that you have someone who's doing it with you, who's checking up on you, and when you have someone who's been through it before, who's going through it right now, who's not going to judge you because they know what it's like to struggle, can be absolutely, absolutely helpful. And here's what I mean. I am not a miracle worker. Just because you would work with me or just because you would be talking to me, it doesn't mean that all of a sudden the issues you have when it comes to food or control of eating or binging or getting past a longer fast, it's not like all of these things are going to be helped or fixed or cured. It doesn't work that way. But I do believe there's something to be said about having somebody that can work with you. And I think that's one of the biggest pieces, right? Is knowing somebody that's kind of been through it before. When I first started my channel, when I started to post videos just because I wanted to be accountable, I didn't think that anybody had the same issues that I did. When I would keep waiting till Monday, when I would keep starting over, when I would erase my journal or whatever I had, and I would say, okay, today is day 1, I thought I was the only person doing that. I thought I was the only person dealing with my binge eating issues, my eating disorder. I thought I was unique in that sense that nobody was going through what I was going through. But sure enough, I start posting on YouTube, people start commenting, people start reaching out, and I've started to realize that many of us have this type of thinking. We have this black or white, all or nothing thinking that we're either going to do things the best, most perfect way, or we're not going to do them at all. And while I don't have an accountability partner in that respect, in that regard, my accountability partner is you. By posting on social media, by posting on YouTube, sharing where I'm at on my journey, that is my accountability. In a sense, you are my accountability partner. The number of people who watch me see what I'm doing, see what I'm eating, see what I'm going through. That is me showing up. That is me being accountable to you. And that's what keeps me going. The really interesting part here is I thought, as somebody who's a type 2 diabetic back in 2003 when I was diagnosed 20+ years ago, I thought that being diagnosed as a type 2 diabetic was going to be the game changer for me, was going to be the, okay, I better get my shit together moment. But it wasn't. It wasn't enough. Sure, when I first got diagnosed, I was like, okay, I better get my shit together, but I couldn't. Yes, I probably lost weight here and there. I would cycle through gaining and losing and gaining and losing, but I didn't know anything about fasting at the time. I just thought about cutting calories and eating the healthiest and working out super hard, and all of those things, put it all together, it becomes super difficult. It wasn't something that was sustainable for me. But knowing what I know now, learning about fasting, implementing a fasting protocol to what works for me, to eat the way I want to eat, to exercise the way I want to exercise, that has been obviously a huge change. But the accountability part, that I didn't even realize was one of the biggest things that was going to help me find success and keep that success. When it comes to fasting or health and wellness in general, I've learned that accountability, that showing up, is the glue to being consistent. I know everyone's journey is different, and I'm not saying that everyone needs an accountability partner. I'm sure there are a lot of us who are able to find success doing it on our own, but I do feel like there are a group of us, maybe a majority of us, who do better when we work together as a community. And like I said, I'm not saying you have to work with me, but maybe what that means is you need to find an accountability partner. Maybe that means you need to talk to somebody that can help you, that knows, that stays by your side, that understands what fasting is like and isn't going to judge you because you're fasting, because you're taking time away from food to heal. I say this because I genuinely want to help. I want to be able to fill in the gap of what's missing to get you where you need to be to find success when it comes to weight loss or keeping the weight off or just being healthy in general. You can also think of it like this. Have you ever had a group of friends where you all decided that you're all gonna start eating healthy? Or you have that one friend or two friends that you go to the gym with. You decide, hey, let's go to the gym and let's start lifting weights. Think about that for a second. When you do that with somebody, whether it's eating better or going to the gym or even just like getting miles in, start running, start jogging, whatever that might be. Think about how much more motivation there is knowing that you're doing it together, even in a way that it can be competitive, or it's just fun in general, knowing that you're not doing it alone. I'm telling you, that has been the missing piece for me. And in a weird, strange way, it's posting on social media, posting on YouTube, posting on Instagram, posting on TikTok, whatever, to help me find success, to help me keep on what I'm doing, to help me on the straight and narrow, or whatever you want to call it. Obviously, this is so much more layered than that. Over time, I've had to learn about fasting in different lengths, refeeding in different lengths, picking different choices when it comes to my diet, being okay with overeating, not hitting my fasting times, learning about imperfect consistency, learning how to do cardio or strength training better, learning how to sleep better, and just having a positive attitude with everything, keeping my mental health clear. It all plays a part. Having an accountability partner, having an accountability coach, or whatever that might be, is just an added tool to help you get to your goal. I'm not saying that you need it. I'm not saying that you have to use it every single day, but if you find that it can be helpful for you, why not take advantage of that? And if you're someone that needs an extra push or an extra boost of motivation, then yes, I do offer one-on-one coaching when it comes to fasting, when it comes to weight loss, when it comes to accountability. So you can check the link in the description, the link in my profile, the link in my bio, whatever platform you're on for more details.